want to welcome you to this time. This is a prophetic update as I promised. I promised last week that I was going to do an update on the prophecies I've released by the special grace of God, which have come into manifestation stage by stage. And that is exactly what I'm going to do right now. If you are coming across my video for the very first time, I welcome you. My YouTube subscribers, my YouTube channel subscribers, thank you. All of you helping, sharing the message, thank you. Everyone that have been praying for me, I want to say thank you and God bless you. This is a prophetic update that is very, very timely because of the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A lot have been happening. Many people are agog. Many people are running up and down. Some of them are discouraged. But I want you to understand that this is going to end in praises. You have to follow the instructions. You have to keep your eyes on the ball. And you have to pray like never before for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Bible says in Amos chapter 3 verse 7, is that the Lord will do nothing. God will do nothing without telling his servants, the prophet. Daniel chapter 2 verse 22 says that God revealeth deep secret things, and that God sees what is in the dark. All of those prophecies, as I've been releasing and talking, they have been coming to manifestation, stage by stage. We are going to start. The prophecy I released about 11 months ago, which happened to be the very first video that was published on this very YouTube channel, titled Powerful Prophecies from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am going to play the clip and I want you to follow up. I am not going to go through all the details in the prophecy because this is about an update. I will pick up one or two things and then highlight on them and then let the video go. And then I play another video. I'll keep doing the update, 4 videos. And you will see the aspect of the prophecies that have come to manifestation. This very one, I will give it about 95% manifestation. Because everything I said here, 95% have manifested. Now listen. I'm going to fast forward it to where I started giving the prophecy for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully.
Prophecy for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu revealed on Saturday, 14th July 2020.
Revealed on Saturday, 14th of July 2020. This very prophecy now, which has recorded 95% manifestation accurately.
I saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the midst of his top confidant in the Biafra Restoration Project, just like in an inner caucus community. He was overwhelmed with joy and unshakable confidence.
Listen very carefully.
Expressing that the deal is done. The last straw that broke the camel's back in Biafra Restoration is here. He said so categorically, with a heat of conclusion, overwhelming joy and unshakable confidence. Then I saw his house besieged by a combined squad of heavily armed men who came to abduct him. There were a conglomeration of special armed forces from different places.
I saw his house besieged by a combined squad of heavily armed men who came to abduct him. I didn't say arrest. This prophecy was released 11 months ago. And the exact word I used was abduct, not arrest. And today he's been abducted. Listen.
Agglomeration of special armed forces from different places, drafted from different force formations, police, army, navy,
are you listening?
Secret services and intelligence,
secret services and intelligence.
All were well armed to the teeth. This operation was discreetly kept from the knowledge of men. It was meant to be swift and shocking.
Did you hear that? It was discreetly kept from the knowledge of men. That is how to know a true prophet of God. The exact words.
It was meant to be swift
Let's proceed.
and shocking.
It was meant to be swift and shocking. Today, are you not shocked? Was it not swift? I don't want to go by some of the permutations or some of the insinuations. Some people have been coming up with different kind of views and opinions. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu offered himself to be arrested. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arranged his arrest. I'm not going into all of that. I am doing prophetic updates. So I want to remain within the confines, the circumference of this very update. But I want you to pay very close attention to the words I used and expressions in giving this prophecy. It's a catalog of prophecy. I won't play all the video because it runs about 25 minutes, but I'm just going to extract one or two things, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then we move on.
This combined squad of heavily armed men who came to abduct Mazi Nnamdi Kanu blocked every route suspected to be his possible escape route.
To abduct, to kidnap. I didn't say arrest. To abduct. This was 11 months ago that I gave this prophecy.
Who came to abduct Mazi Nnamdi Kanu blocked every route suspected to be his possible escape route.
Blocked every route. Blocked every route suspected to be his possible escape route. Are you following now? I hope you are.
Even the ones nobody knew exists were airtight blocked.
Even the ones nobody knew exist.
Heavily armed men.
We continue. You know, when I gave this prophecy, some people say I was talking about the Operation Python Dance 2, and I told them it's a lie. I wasn't talking about the Operation Python Dance 2. I told them that this prophecy is in the future, and that is exactly where we are now.
It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's confidants and insiders, I could not see the face in particular, who are privy to his top secret about Biafra restoration and private life that revealed it. Hence the besiegement for his abduction. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu escaped or invaded the abduction to everyone's surprise.
Where is Uchemefo today? Where is Uchemefo today? After the betrayal comes the abduction. Are you following now? After the secret was revealed comes the abduction. Listen to me. I am not saying that Uchemefo orchestrated the abduction. Don't misquote me. Remember, I am doing a prophetic update.
Just though the heavily armed men were religiously manning their positions, yet they didn't know when or how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu escaped.
Now,
how he escaped, I cannot tell.
This very
it was nothing short of a miraculous escape.
Follow up. Follow up. This very escape of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, are you following the prophecy now? Is going to happen later. And sometimes why certain prophecies that portend tragedy comes to manifestation is when instructions that we are given to avert the tragedies are not obeyed or observed or followed. If God revealed that somebody will die, but he now gives an instruction to avert the death, and the person refuses to abide by that very instruction, definitely the person will die. But if the person abides by the instructions that were given to avert the death, definitely that very person will live. We continue.
Though the heavily armed men were religiously manning their positions, yet they didn't know when or how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu escaped. How he escaped, I cannot tell.
They are now manning their positions religiously in the DSS custody. In all the security apparatus of Nigeria, everywhere. Come on, my goodness. Prophecy, power. As God told me, and I told you, that is exactly how it is happening right now, 11 months after this prophecy was released. God gave it to me on the 14th of July. Today is what? I think, yes, today is 1st of July. Almost 1 year. And look at how it is coming to. The security men go to DSS now. I read an article a publication made by the barrister Fanyejo for today, saying that they have applied to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being his client, to see him, and up to now the application or something has not been approved by the DSS. They have not been able to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since his abduction and return to Nigeria on the 27th of June, being Sunday. I will come to that later. They are religiously manning their police. They don't want to give any space. But watch what will happen. Only if you can pay instruction to these prophecies and follow the instructions and do. Let me quickly say this. Let nobody tell you to keep quiet. Let nobody tell anybody to be calm. Nobody should be calm at this point in time, because this is a matter of life and death. I understand that this very what is happening and the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for good. Yes, I understand. But I am foreseeing a tragic turn. I am foreseeing a tragic turn. Listen to me very well. I am saying 51 days. Listen, write it down. Even though it's on video, even though it's on, as I'm talking right now, the time is what? This is about 10 minutes after 3 that this video is being recorded. Starting from today, being the 1st of July, I am saying 51 days. They are giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 51 days. There's 51 days deadline to his extermination. 51 days deadline to his extermination. I heard a voice that said, we will not give them 2 things. Listen to me. By now you understand. I'm hearing that voice. A conspiratorial voice. I'm hearing it in the realm of the spirit. That we will not give them 2 things. It's either we give them Biafra and take Nnamdi Kanu. Are you hearing? That's what I'm hearing now. That they cannot give them Biafra and give them Nnamdi Kanu. And their highest interest is Nnamdi Kanu. They said that he has caused so much trouble. That he has caused so much trouble that can never be remedied or repaired, even in generations to come. And I had 51 days to perfect this plan. Listen, the Holy Spirit decided to interrupt this prophetic update now with a new prophecy. Listen to me very carefully. I am talking to all the members of IPOB and the leadership of IPOB and all the Igbos, all the Southerners, all the people that love freedom, that love truth, that love justice. If you are a man of God, this is time to pray. Listen to me. What is about to happen? Your altar cannot deliver you. Listen. What is about to fall upon the very contraption called Nigeria? What is about to fall? If Nnamdi Kanu goes down, religion cannot save you. 51 days. Starting from today, the 1st of July. I think that will elapse in August. I think August. I don't know the exact day. I think it should be either, I don't know, maybe 20th August, I think. From now to 20th August, that is when they want to perfect their plan. And the leadership of IPOB and all the Igbos and all the Southerners, all the lovers of freedom, you must do everything you can. Don't spare anything to get him out within 51 days. Let nobody tell us to be quiet. Let nobody tell you, oh, they come. No, this is not time to be quiet. I am not saying that people should cause trouble, no. But you must, this is time to release your arsenals. This is time to release your strategy. This is time. Where is the M branch? Where is the M branch? This is time to swing into action. Don't allow him to be in custody for 51 days, starting from today, the 1st of July. I don't know when this video is going to be published on my channel, but today is 1st of July, and I'm saying a deadline to exterminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 51 days, starting from today. You have to act. Listen to me. You have to take the governors 1 or 2 to ransom. Listen to me. I am saying what the Spirit of God is telling me right now. You are holding my son, I'm holding your son. That was what God told Pharaoh. He said, if you don't want to let my son go, Jacob is my son. Israel is my firstborn. If you don't allow him to go, that will be your firstborn for my firstborn. You understand what I'm saying? I can't say everything on air. That will force them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's nothing like a hearing or legal process. Nothing like that exists. Stop placing the word on notice. They don't care about what happens. Stop placing the. We are placing the word on notice. They are not taking note because they are all consumed and bent on satisfying their very evil and neo-colonialist interest by not allowing Biafra to be free. Hi, Holy Spirit. I want to proceed with a prophetic update. I was interrupted by the Holy Spirit. I think I am done with this very number one prophecy. Let me go to the next prophecy. The next prophecy now is about the 5 prophecies for Biafra and Nigeria which are released. Listen and pay attention very closely. Listen and pay attention very, very closely. Listen. This is that very prophecy that was published, I think, on 14th April. And this prophecy was given to me on the 11th of April, 2021. On the 11th of April, 2021. And the manifestations are I can also give it 95%. 95% manifestation. The second one that talks about the assignment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is where we are now, which is exactly where we are right now. So you have to follow up. You need to follow up.
Number one prophecy.
Yes.
I said is about Nigeria.
Yes, and that's the first prophecy now.
What is it? Secret preparation for action.
Preparation for action.
I want everybody, the rank and file
let me fast forward it because of time.
Officers to pay attention.
Yes.
What is it? Men are kidding.
Did you hear that?
Are kidding. I am not saying men are kidding. I'm saying men are kidding. Men are kidding. Men are kidding. I am not saying men are kidding. I'm saying men are kidding. Kidding. You know, when the police, the army, the armed
described everything.
The force men
in that very secret preparation for action prophecy. I described it. I was very clear.
You know,
unequivocal.
Their boots, you know what I'm
which
saying?
you are seeing today.
And also,
we continue.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make everything open.
Yes.
Men are kidding.
Men are kidding.
Men are preparing secretly.
Men are preparing secretly.
Men are preparing secretly.
Yes.
By now, most of you that have been watching my videos, that have been hearing my prophecy,
as they are watching now,
can understand how accurate they are.
And now they are confirming it. The doubting Thomases, they are now confirming it. We proceed.
They are blacks. But I'm not going to give a pictorial description of them for some reasons. They are blacks. But there are foreign elements among them.
Yes.
There are foreign elements among them. And there are...
Did you hear that? Foreign elements among them. Foreign what? Elements among them. You remember that the Nigerian police or Nigerian government sent 180 Nigerian police officers to Somalia for training, in quote, for training. And since they went for the training, up to now we have not got an update. It was later we discovered that there was a kind of recruitment of some militants or some terrorists or so to speak. I'm not going into that. I don't want to say certain things. I am focusing on the prophetic update, but it's real to come and help Nigeria. Foreign elements. Are you following? And we also heard about the Pakistani mercenaries that came in order to stop the Biafra restoration, in order to fight against the Biafra restoration. Are you following now? The foreign elements. They are blacks, but there are foreign elements among them. Are you following? Weapons or something like that from Shanghai in China. And the negotiation was to help stop the coming of Biafra. I hope you are following now.
There are suggestions and negotiations that they should strike a deal with foreign government. That they should strike a deal with foreign government for higher advantage.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Yes.
That they should strike a deal with foreign government for higher
advantage. Yes.
And I will not mention the name of the country I heard.
It's not happening.
For some important reasons.
Some has happened and some are still happening now. Are you following it now?
But this very country represents.
Yes. Let me fast forward because of time. I am going to the next right now about the assignment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of time.
It's not the kind of assignment that we already know. His general assignment as the supreme leader of IPOB to lead us into the promised land, Biafra resurrection. No, I'm talking about an assignment that has come, recent assignment.
Okay.
This assignment is very, very important, and also it is very, very powerful.
Let me fast forward.
I'm seeing spiritual assignment in front of him. I'm seeing spiritual assignment in front of him.
Did you hear that?
I am seeing spiritual assignment in front of him. And also the other assignment. I am not going to describe them. I'm not going to mention them because it should be secret based on what God told me. Now, people are eagerly waiting to say very, very powerful. I am seeing spiritual assignment in front of him. I'm seeing spiritual assignment in front of him. I am seeing spiritual.
Is you know where we are now?
In front of him.
Do you remember the declaration of 150 days prayer with the book of Psalms? Now you understand. Now you understand that the Most High that I serve, the God of the appointed place, revealed secrets through his servant. This very 150 days prayer with the book of Psalms. There is another spiritual assignment that is not revealed, that I didn't make open. It is not just this book of Psalms. There are other spiritual assignments that went on before this time. But the point is that you can now confirm that there is a manifestation of all those prophecies, including this one now. The spiritual assignment in front of him is where we are now. The 150 days spiritual exercise with the book of Psalms from chapter 1 to chapter 150 for 150 days. And I said it, and it has come to pass. We proceed.
The world, let me just give you that very secret. The world are eagerly waiting to see him. The world.
I said
the globe.
Okay.
They are highly expectant to see him. I'll stop there in that aspect.
Okay.
As they were eagerly waiting to see him, I heard a voice that said, "You will see him in a new week."
And after this prophecy, about 1 week, the British government decided to give asylum to the persecuted IPOB members and the MASOP members. Remember? And when it happened, when I was given a prophecy about Queen Elizabeth II, I think, which date was, I can't remember, but that very prophecy, I will still come back to it to give the update of that very prophecy. I told you towards the end of that very prophecy that this second prophecy I'm giving now, in these 5 prophecies for Nigeria and for Biafra, I told you that the second prophecy about the assignment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not fully manifested. I told you to keep following it, that it has not fully manifested. Now look at where we are now. The world are eagerly waiting to do what? To see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we are now. I said it 2 months ago. Okay? True of us now. True of us now. This is why some of you need to support the God's Praise International Appointed Place. Support this mandate, this very wonderful mandate that God has given to us. Support. The account details are there. There is a collective opposition against the advancement of the very gospel that we preach. Men and women are fighting in so many ways to make sure that the church is frustrated, that this very ministry is frustrated. So God is going to use you to bring their plans and evil agendas in order to impede the acceleration of this very gospel. God is going to use you to bring those plans to nothing by your support. Support.
As they were eagerly waiting to see him, I heard a voice that said, "You will see him in a new week."
Yes. Yes.
I heard it very clearly that you will see him in a new week.
Did you hear that?
Now,
life and direct.
I am not going to mention the number of weeks.
Did you hear
that I
that?
heard.
That's the voice I heard. And it has manifested today.
I am not going to mention the number of weeks that I heard.
Go ahead.
Reason, as I've said earlier. But it says,
you will see him in a new week.
That you will see him when?
Representing prophecy.
In a new week. We are made to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted and brought back to Nigeria on Sunday. Sunday is the beginning of a new week. Sunday is the first day of the week. And that is exactly what I said 2 months ago. That you will see him in a new week. Now, this very new week has not fully manifested. Listen. This is the first manifestation of that very new week. The symbolism of week is about to manifest very much later. But the first stage and dimension of that very manifestation, we have seen it in a new week. He was abducted and brought back to Nigeria on Sunday, the 27th of June. Sunday is the first day of a new week. Have you not seen it now? We proceed because of time. We proceed because of time. Please bear with me. And make sure you listen to, you watch this very prophetic update to the end. If you don't have data, go and subscribe. It's very important. Very, very important. Don't be skipping. Don't be skipping the video. Watch till the end. Half information is very dangerous. Half knowledge, half education is very dangerous. Listen, watch till the end. And spread the information. Share the message everywhere. We proceed. I fast forward because of time. Let me fast forward because of time.
You need to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all the necessary support that he needs.
That's the instruction
for him. You need to give him all the necessary support that he needs.
Are you there now?
Pray for him.
I said it 2 months ago before now. Many people dismissed it with a wave of hand. Because I'm not their pastor. Or because I'm not their tribesman. I don't know why. But it has come to pass. So, you have to pray for him. I said it 2 months ago and I'm repeating it through this update now. So, you have to take it very serious. Pray for him and encourage him.
You need to give him all the necessary support that he needs.
Listen.
Pray for him. I know some of you have been supporting him. I know some of you have been supporting him. Praying for him as well.
Yes.
Some of us, we have been doing so. But this particular...
I've been doing this for the past 6 years. Nobody pays me. Nobody supports. It has been through the resources of God's Presence International that point to place the church that we've been using to push this work forward. That's why at this point in time we need your support. The account details are there. Make use of other information displaying on the screen. It is for the propagation of the gospel of the kingdom of God and for the emancipation of God's people.
But this particular time, he needs your support, your moral support, your prayer, your spiritual support, and all that. Your prayers.
More than ever.
More than ever.
Now, let me fast forward because of time. Yes. Yes.
I am saying.
Yes.
Support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Are you hearing?
In this very regard.
Now.
Of this number 2.
He's abducted. Yes.
Give him all the necessary support that he
right now.
Because he needs strength.
Yes, he needs strength.
He needs rejuvenation. Encouragement.
And encouragement.
This is
exactly what I said 2 months ago. They have come to full manifestation. Are you still going to doubt? If you doubt, it means you're possessed. This is not time to laugh at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is not time to say, oh, I think they have apprehended him. No. If you're saying that you're possessed, you are evil. You are evil-minded. Obey the instructions I gave in the prophecy. I am going to stop here because of time so that I can do updates on other prophecies. You know, this very one now runs for 31 minutes. The first prophecy run for about 25 minutes. So you see how I am interjecting and intercepting and trying to just moderate it because of time. So look at the screen. It's displaying there. Watch the prophecy. If you have not watched it before, even if you have watched it before, watch it again and follow up all the instructions that are there with other prophecies. I gave prophecy about the restoration of Biafra, the countdown remaining 1 year plus. You remember? Follow it up. I also talked about the planned assassination of the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And you heard that his former aide was assassinated in Owerri. Did you hear that? That is also a pointer. And remember what I said some minutes ago, that when God reveals, sometimes he reveals to redeem. When he said that something bad or tragic is going to happen, but if you do this or you do that, it's not going to happen. If you follow the instruction, it will not happen. So some of you want Jonathan to die before you know that the prophecy is real. God forbid. I prayed for him, and some of you have been praying for him as well. But the assassination of his former aide, Ahmed Gulak, points to that very fact. I don't know if you understand. I don't want to spend so much time because of time. We proceed. Also remember, this very one is very important. Closing the exit doors in IPOB. You remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is it that, I don't know whether he suspended his former, is it CSO or something? His former bodyguard or something. I don't know how to put it. I've forgotten the guy's name. You remember? He said that he sabotaged the camp and some information of ESN. He leaked the secret or the information, the intel of the operations of Eastern Security Network, and so he was removed. And it's like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu declared him wanted.
On this
Go
video.
back to the
That's
fifth
the
prophecy
that has to do
I
with
gave
closing
on closing the exit doors in IPOB.
Closing
And
the
follow the instructions. Very, very important. I'm going to the next. I'm going to be very, very fast now because of time. I don't have so much time. I decided to do this update because it's a promise I made to you. This one now is the prophecy I gave for the House of Assembly, not House of Rep, and also Senate, the Nigerian House of Representatives and Senate. The National Assembly, I gave prophecy, and also I gave prophecy about Senator Enyenaya Baribe. I'm going to give a very quick update on this right now.
That is where this prophecy is coming to. The National Assembly of Nigeria, the lawmakers, the parliamentarians. I saw 7 dead. I am talking about the National Assembly of Nigeria.
I hope you're
the
following.
Rep, the Senate. 7 dead. 7 dead. 2 on crutches. 2 on.
Now, did you remember that there was an intel that came on board? I think that was on the either 28th or 29th of April, that there was a planned terrorist attack on the National Assembly complex. Do you remember? This very prophecy was released on the 26th. I think on the 26th of April. And then the manifestation started 2 days or 3 days later. I don't know if you're following now. There was a planned terrorist attack on the National Assembly complex. And the whole place was cordoned off from and there was some vehicles were subjected to intense scrutiny. You know, we had it. Chinese television even carried it. And other major media platforms online, they carried it. A planned terrorist attack. Now listen, we proceed with the update.
Things as I saw in this prophecy. 7 dead.
Now let me fast forward because
2
of time.
on stroke. 2 on crutches. And I saw
the
Senate go on an emergency recess. I saw them go on an emergency recess.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that now? That I saw the Senate go on an emergency recess. It has manifested, but not fully. Listen very carefully. 2 days ago or 4 days ago, you heard that there was leakage of the National Assembly roof, which now stopped the plenary. Did you see the clip? Maybe I think I should find the clip and show it here. But because of time, it's published. It's there now. It has gone viral that the National Assembly of Nigeria, the roof was leaking profusely, and it stopped the plenary when they came back from their recess or something like that. Are you following? You proceed. Yes. Now, I'm fast forwarding because of time. Now, listen. Look at the condition I gave. I said that 7 died, 2 on crutches, 2 on stroke. But I gave condition. God spoke to me and said, look at the condition that will avert the death of 7 lawmakers of Nigeria. Look at and also listen to the instructions I gave.
Now listen. Now, accept the change and begin to go into dialogue and negotiations for referendum.
Yes.
So that those who want to leave Nigeria, after all of us were not one before. No, we were never one before historically. We are not one before. Did you hear that? Amalgamation has expired.
And begin to go into dialogue and negotiations, which they did.
Referendum
on that.
So that those who want to leave Nigeria, after all of us were not one before. No, we were never one before historically. We are not one before. Amalgamation has expired. I am not going into details and focusing on this professor now. Except they begin to put mechanisms in place. They begin to set up committees and go into dialogue and negotiations for referendum, so that the indigenous peoples that want to leave, the Biafrans, the Dudumans, and the rest of them that want to leave peacefully without shooting without firing a single shot, can do so peacefully.
Now, I'm going to stop here because of time.
And begin to discuss.
That was the condition to avert the death of 7 Nigerian lawmakers, as God said through me. And do you know that actually they listen to all these messages, these prophecies, they pay attention. They listen. They pay very close attention. That's why it's good. When you hear this kind of message, you spread it. You spread it. Their advisors, they're everywhere on social media, extracting information and relaying it back to their bosses, back in the office. So, listen. Did you know that the National Assembly on the 28th of May, they started, they constituted a committee, they created a committee that moved into the senatorial districts, into their constituencies, conducting public hearing on Nigerian restructuring or constitutional amendment, or something like that, after this prophecy was released. Do you know that? And that was exactly what I said, but they didn't do exactly what I suggested by the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. You know, I said the committee should be for dialogue and negotiation for referendum, not for constitutional amendment, not for restructuring of Nigeria. But they made an attempt, but they were not specific, or should I say, they didn't go directly for setting up committees for referendum, for referendum, as I said. What they did was committees for constitutional amendment or restructuring of Nigeria. So that is it. That is it. There was a manifestation by that very planned terrorist attack, but then the condition, they followed it, but not completely. Maybe God is giving them a window of grace. And also about Enyinnea Baribe, the prophecy I gave about him, threat to his life, death, stroke, and all that, poisoning and all that. And you know that weeks after that, there was a threat on his life, which I know that some of you who have been on social media and also who are very close to him, you can attest to that very fact. Now, I am proceeding to the last prophetic update, which is this one that has to do with Queen Elizabeth II. The prophecy I gave about Queen Elizabeth II coming to Nigeria, which also is a prophecy of symbols, as I said. Now listen, the prophecy of symbol using Queen Elizabeth II as a symbol in the prophecy. Now listen. Now mind you, all these videos, all these prophecies are published on this very YouTube channel. You can find them, you can see them on the screen, and also watch in details. Watch from beginning to the end, and also share the video. We continue.
Her visit was in the secret. It was
her visit was a visit of sorrow, or amidst in the midst of sorrow. Yes. Sorrow. Yes. Listen.
Mood in which I saw her was the mood
in which she was
never ever allowing Nigeria to disintegrate officially, to become official that Nigeria has.
It was the mood of never allowing Nigeria to disintegrate
we know
officially.
That Nigeria has.
Yes. Listen, oh, so that you understand what is happening now with the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen very carefully. Just listen. These are prophecies from heaven above. That is God talking, not Maxwell Nnawuihe talking. No, it's God talking, even before he started manifesting. So follow up.
If a miseries didn't come, probably via the British consulate in Abuja.
Now,
if a miseries didn't come,
I mentioned the British consular, Katrina Lang in Abuja. You know that after this prophecy was released, it was not long. She started touring all the southern states, all the eastern states, all the southern states, giving the sitting governors marching orders to make sure that Biafra never becomes free, to make sure that Nigeria remains one, to make sure that Nigeria never disintegrates officially. That is the manifestation of that very symbol of Queen Elizabeth, using the British consular in order to perfect or enforce her decision of keeping Nigeria one. We continue.
An appendage country, a country that is going to come as an appendage to the British government to reflect the intention and this very purpose of Queen Elizabeth I've mentioned a few seconds ago, and they will come to represent it. An appendage country that is fronting a country coming with this very intention or the enforcement of this very intention of hers.
Now listen.
That is it. Or mercenaries. Mercenaries are going to come to Nigeria.
Yes.
As a reflection.
Listen. You see these mercenaries now? This very prophecy, this aspect of the prophecy that talks about the mercenaries, watch out within this time. Just be watching out. And within this prophecy I gave 51 days prophecy, this 51 days deadline to slay, to kill, to exterminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, starting from today, the 1st of July to 20th August. Watch out for the mercenaries. Watch out. But we must pray to stop them. We don't want to lose Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen, a Biafra without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be hijacked. A Biafra without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be hijacked. It will be hijacked. Listen to me. We don't want to lose him for any reason. For any reason. We must pray. The mercenaries, they are about to be unveiled. They are about to manifest within these 51 days I've given. Watch out. M-Branch and other intelligence of IPOB or those, whatever, who Ambazonians and all that, please watch out. Watch out. I am going to stop here because of time. This is where I am going to stop on this very prophetic update. Now, your duty and your divine obligation is whenever you hear the truth, you spread it. Whenever you come across this kind of message, this very kind of prophecy from the authentic source, from a holy and genuine altar of the Most High, you have to take it serious. And also you have to spread the message. Any voice that will be telling you, oh, don't share it. If you share it now, the pastor, or any reason that voice may be given to you, know that it is the devil. Because when this information gets into the public domain and all these people who are concerned, who these messages are meant for, gets to hear it, I believe that God will guide them to obedience by his spirit. And then the tragic aspect of the prophecy will not be averted. It will not come to manifestation. So if you don't spread the information, if you don't pass the information, if you don't share the video, you are hindering the awareness of what is about to happen from the public. God allowed you to have access to this video, to watch this video, to have access to the internet for this very purpose, that you may be an instrument of dissemination of this very information. So it's important you do so. I want you to make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and also support the work of God. Support the work of God. For God's Praise International Appointed Place is established by the Most High God. We have a lot of need. We need evangelical equipment. We need laptop. We need desktop computers. We need video cameras, HD cameras. We need smartphones, for this work, this very wonderful mandate that God has given to us, to spread the gospel of his kingdom and also for the liberation of his people. So you have to support. The account details are there. Some people said I should be calling out the account numbers. So the account number is 1019866 Again, the account number is 1019866 The account name is Maxwell Nnawuihe. The account name is Maxwell Nnawuihe. And the bank name is Polaris Bank. The bank name is Polaris Bank. If you want to be my partner in the ministry, of course, you know that Hur and Aaron, they supported the hand of Moses. When the hand of Moses became very weak, they have to stand by him. They held up his hand. Hur at the other side, Aaron at the other side, they held up his hand while Joshua was in the battlefield. And as long as the hands of Moses were held up high by these supporters, by these partners in the ministry, his hands were stable. And as long as his hands were stable, Israel continued to win the battle in the battlefield. That is Exodus chapter 17. So it's important. Luke chapter 10 verse 2 says that the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are very few. So if you want to be a co-laborer, if you want to be a partner with me in the ministry, also call the number that is displaying on the screen. My number there, if you're calling outside the country, that is +234 070 8476 7258. That is +234 070 8476 7258. So you can reach me via my email address that is displaying on the screen. Also inbox me on WhatsApp. I thank God for what God has been doing. God has been doing wonderful things. God has been so wonderful and he has been so faithful. One of our sisters that called me from Italy after watching my video, she watched one of the videos and she got my number there. She called me over her missing brother. And she was very, very confused and scared because they have not seen him. According to her, that her people back home in Nigeria have not been able to see him for the past, I think 1 week thereabout. They don't know whether he's safe or he went out with his friends or he's dead, because of what is happening in Imo State, the security situations and killings of our young men and innocent brothers and sisters. So she was scared. As she was talking to me and was asking God for divine intervention, that I should pray for divine intervention, God spoke to me that the brother will be found before Wednesday next week, which is now the Wednesday of this week, which is exactly yesterday. Today is Thursday, the 1st of July. So I told her, she called on Thursday last week, and I told her that the brother will be found between that Thursday and Wednesday, which is yesterday. To the glory of God, she called yesterday and gave the testimony that the brother has been found. The brother narrowly escaped death. He was tortured. He was almost killed. Do you understand what I'm saying now? If not for divine and prophetic intervention. One of our women leaders, the same, Sister Nyenyechi, the sister was kidnapped alongside her husband. They went for something and what they went for, there was a very tragic turn to it. And they were kidnapped. So she came to me crying that they want to kill her sister. They have threatened to kill her sister and the husband if they don't bring 1 million naira. And as she was crying, I spoke to her prophetically that they will not kill them. I spoke to her prophetically that they will not kill them. And then I was giving instructions, through her phone to them on what to do. Because of fear and also desperation, they were too desperate and they were too scared. I wouldn't blame them. They didn't follow the instructions. But all the same, they were released after I prayed. I prayed with her and with one other of her sisters together with us. I prayed and I commanded their release. Do you know? In less than 1 hour, they were released. In less than 1 hour. After that prayer, I left. On my way going home, she called me before I got home that the sister and the husband have been released. God has been doing so much. God has been performing a lot of wonders and miracles through this very ministry. So if you partner with us, God is going to bless you. You are going to tap into the grace. And the God of the appointed place, the Gospel International, the appointed place, never disappoints. God bless you. Make use of the information on the screen. The account number is there. The account name is Maxwell Nnawuihe. Maxwell Nnawuihe. That is the account name. The account number is 10198666723. The account number again is 10198666723. And the bank name is Polaris Bank. The bank name is Polaris Bank. Make use of all the details displayed on the screen. God bless you. I will see you in the continuation of our teaching, Declaring the End from the Beginning, Part 3. God bless you, very good.